do business in cement or something. I don't know what they exactly were doing there. A white car. So he changed his car because he is afraid, because before I warned him, you know, because maybe he's afraid to be seen with that car, that other car. So he changed the car. He changed the car, and he's standing in a street where it's only old industrial companies. So probably maybe he went to get some cocaine. I don't know what he was actually doing there, But there are a lot of garages, big garages closed there. And then this short old man went inside the car with him, and they were driving away, and I was wanting behind him. I went behind him, to push him a little bit, and I said, "You're going to Policia Local with me. And then when I said Policia Local, he wants running away with his car, but I went behind him. And then another car came, and he wanted to attack this other car, to run away. So they blocked his way because he hit the another car. And then I went to this woman. I said to her, "You must call the police because he hit your car. Because he hit your car, and he's a criminal. He wants to run away. If he's not a criminal, he's gonna call the police. He has 10 different cars. 10 different cars. Is someone that is using 10 different cars, it means that he's a criminal." But the stupid Spanish people, and if it was in Holland, they of course would have called the police, because we all know that this is not clean. But the stupid Spanish people, they let him, no, she's coming behind me, and they let him pass. If they would have blocked the way, the police would have come, they would have checked his car, they would have found cocaine or a gun, and he would go to jail. But they let him pass, and then let him pass, and he ran away. I even went behind him. I don't know where he left. It was a good moment to call the police to inspect that car, because I'm sure that car is illegal and that he has some things in it and everything. But they're stupid Spanish people. That's why the country is zero. That's why all the criminals gather here. That's why you see the Spanish people still going to the garbage of the street to eat. You understand? Because they all are like this. They are like this. The car is blocked. Call the police. Let the police come. He has his in your car, and I ask you to call the police. So why you don't you let him pass and let him run for the police? When the police needs to come, you need to the when you have when someone called the police, a person is not allowed to leave. Is must stay, but he left. Anyway, this is a good experience, but it was better if the police would have arrived. But anyway, it's okay. Then they would have checked his car, because I'm sure they would have found something, 100,000%. And this old short man, "Are you also against me?" Criminals. Criminals that first play games, and then behind your back doing like, "Ah, yeah, you are me. I also. Maybe you want also me. Like doing like they're victims. No, that's it. So it was a very good experience if I would have catched him. If the police would have come and inspect his car. No, it was a very good. Always, but you must always call the police yourself. Never let the police come, because sometimes they send their own Freemason police, Lihud Masuni police, and they work with them, this police. So always better to call yourself the police, because when you call yourself the police, they send new people. Because not every police officer is with the Lihud Masuniyin, you understand? Because there are police officers working with the Lihud Masuniyin, you understand? And when there's a problem, they come as first to make the report, you understand? But that's why you must always call yourself the police, because when you call yourself the police, they send from the central themselves officers, you understand? But if they're working in the central, also people that's what with are the Lihud Masinin, they can send also police officers that are with them. It's the same what happens with my car, that this police officer calls the central, and the central starts speaking about my driving license. So from the central, there are probably people with the Lihud Masinin that are coordinating these things to ensure that not a police officer is coming that is not in that group, You understand? I spoke with one in the gas station. I spoke with one police officer and I asked him, I said, his name is Antonio. And I asked him, like, can you explain to me this Illuminati thing? He said, yes, we investigate. I said, is it a criminal organization? He said, yes, it's a sect, he said. He admitted it's a sect. I asked him, are the police officer working with them? He said, I don't know, he was embarrassed. He said, investigation. They're only doing investigation about this sect. I said, no, I don't mean investigation. I mean if they're with them. He said, normally, no, it's not allowed. You understand? So I have found out that from the central, probably there are people from the central. I need to find out who's the central of the police and which people are in the central. Because if are in the police in the central, because when you call, you call to the central of the police coordinate everything. If there are people with the Lihud Masunin, then it means that from there they can coordinate everything. You understand? So you must see who's in the central. Who's in the central? Because the central can know everything. If there's a problem, they know who you are, and they can send police that are with them or police that are but in any way you must always call the police by yourself. When you call the police, you just need not to tell your real details, because if you tell your real details and they know who you are, they can send those police that are with them in the group, in the sector. So you just need to, they can send anyone, and this person that comes will make a report with integrity. Because if you give your details, they can send someone with them for the group, just to be with the other one, not and to be against you. So this is it. This is what has happened. It was anyway. I have put different color shit in their pants, but it was even better if I would have if I have let the police check that car. And I'm not finished yet. They started this. They started to come behind me and spy me and fear me. I'm ready for it, I'm ready for it. Let us see who's gonna have 10 color shit in his pants.